All right, we're gonna watch Medhi Hasan bully some people.
My family lineage is settlers from the 1500s.
Colonialists.
Yeah,
You
colonials.
don't look
yeah.
very Native American to me.
I am Native American. Whites
not.
are Native Americans. What are you
Sorry,
talking about?
you're not.
What are you talking about?
You're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you could say I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am.
Listen to me. I am an immigrant. I'm speaking from personal experience.
Get the hell out.
I don't even like.
I've seen bits and
I
pieces.
should get the hell
I've
out.
not
Yes.
seen
Why?
all of this
I don't
yet.
want you here.
I'm Medhi Hasan. I'm a journalist. I'm the editor of Zeteo, and today I'm surrounded by 20 far-right conservatives. My first claim is Donald Trump is pro-crime and pro-criminal. Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Medhi.
I would just like to ask, what makes someone pro-crime versus, anti-crime?
I think when you're soft on criminals, when you let criminals out of prison, when you pardon people who've assaulted police officers, you're pro-criminal. Donald Trump pardoned almost 1,600 people who were involved in January the 6th. I think 600 of them had been charged with assaulting a police officer or obstructing a police officer. 170 had pled guilty to assaulting a police officer. 70 had pled guilty to assault with a deadly weapon. J.D. Vance said, we're not going to pardon the violent criminals from January 6th. Donald Trump pardoned all of them. Are you okay with that?
I would say January 6th is a very special case. I would say it's almost a climax point in history. I would just phrase the question this way. Right now in the LA protests, if they were to, just for example, they were to rush the capital of LA, I mean, they'd have to move over all the homeless people living in tents on the steps of the Capitol. But if they were managed to get into
Such
the
a
Capitol
tired joke.
and they were just protesting, peacefully, let's say police officers were rushing them in. They were letting them in and saying, hey, you guys can go in, like we have many testimonies that say.
What about
And
the
then-
violent ones, though?
Many testimonies that say. What about the video of the first people breaking in? Don't believe your lying eyes. It's like right off the bat, how can you take anything else that's going to come out of his mouth seriously?
Okay, violent ones like
Like
what?
a man named David Dempsey, a judge, a Reagan-appointed judge, sentenced him to 20 years in prison. He stomped on police officers' heads. The judge said his conduct was exceptionally egregious. He attacked police officers with flagpoles and pepper spray. Donald Trump pardoned him. There's a man named Daniel Rodriguez. He got 12 years in prison for taking a stun gun and tasing a police officer in the neck and giving him a heart attack. The judge said he was a one-man army of hate. Donald Trump pardoned him. Does that not make Trump pro-criminal? He's letting
I would
violent criminals out of prison.
I would say no, it doesn't make him pro-criminal.
You're okay with that?
I did not say that. I said that one pardon against somebody.
It was 1,600 pardons. 600 of those were
Yes,
people
one against
charged
one
with...
example that you just gave me.
I can give you more. Should I keep going?
Fine.
Shane
And I'll say the
Jenkins.
exact same thing.
You're not
Every single-
disagreeing. So you're not disagreeing that there's 1,600. But you only gave me one of the 1,600. Are you disagreeing that the 1,600 exist? Because if not, what you're saying makes no sense.
Then your
time.
argument will fall apart because it's
Okay,
not just
go
one
for
example
it,
if I
go
keep
for it.
going.
Go for it then.
Okay, Shane
Oh my
Jenkins
God, I
got
love
7
it.
years in prison.
I don't really watch Medhi Hasan. I don't know too much about him, but I love just the quick, he's not letting anything get away. He's not letting anything go by. He's going to give you a quick whip. He's so quick-witted, he can say it real fast. Again, I haven't seen this whole thing yet, but I've seen little bits and pieces, and it seems like he's got a quick, you're not going to sneak anything by him. And it's awesome because we all have these people that I don't know. I have people in my life who I talk to who have these crazy right wing, left and right can both have controversial beliefs. But I hear a lot of for some reason in my circle, a lot of right wing conspiracy level talking points, and I will fight back against them. But it's not super satisfying because it doesn't always land, and you get a point across. It doesn't really feel like it's heard. And just seeing this is so cathartic because it's televised and it's fact checked. It's in real time, and there's just no weaseling out of it. I mean, they're gonna try, but it's all laid out there for everyone to see. So it's 2 seconds in, and it's already just. I think this is gonna be a fun video.
9 criminal offenses, attacking police with a deadly weapon, destroying government property.
How do
Trump pardoned
pardons
him.
that probably shouldn't have happened turn into pro-crime?
So you've agreed that they shouldn't have been pardoned?
Sure, but that wasn't your claim. Was January 6th? Your claim was Trump is pro-crime.
Yeah, because he pardons criminals.
Okay, I would say that that's a fault.
Let's talk about non-January
Sure.
6 people.
Okay.
He's pardoned people like
He can't connect A to B. What does pardoning criminals have to do with crime? You can't just draw that line.
Paul Walchuk recently, who took millions of dollars from his own employees, was sentenced to tax crimes, had to pay back $4 million. Trump pardoned him. He bought himself a $2 million yacht. Why is he pardoning criminals like that?
Well, I don't know. I don't think you should. I don't think really presidential pardon should be a thing at all. But I
agree.
I don't think that.
All right, pause.
That means something.
You've been voted out by the majority. Please return
gone,
to your
bro.
seat.
Thanks.
Peace.
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Medhi.
What is it?
Medhi.
You're from northern UK, I guess?
I'm from London, North London.
Okay, fair enough. What's your ethnic background, if you don't mind my asking?
My parents are from India.
Okay, perfect. Just getting premise here. First of all, I want to say
The premise of Donald Trump being pro-crime.
No. I want to concern myself with why you care about what's happening in the U.S. first and foremost. Secondly, I want to say this: with the
Should
argument,
US should people who live in the US not care about?
Let's not interrupt each other because I have this thing. Like people know, I have this thing. I have to stay calm. Okay, so
Okay.
here's the thing.
Oh
I
my
am
God, so
happy.
cringy. Is he the Incredible Hulk? You won't like me when I'm uncalm. Oh my God.
that he released J6. In fact, so much so that I was prepared to protest if he didn't.
Okay.
So when you say, are you okay that he's pro-crime? Sure, because you know what? We're changing the definition of what crime is, first and
You
foremost.
don't think stomping on police officers' heads is a crime?
I don't think it's no longer a relevant conversation anymore. You're
Really?
arguing. No,
Oh
it's,
yeah, stomping on someone's head isn't relevant to the subject of crime. How can you espouse those words? How is that even possible? How can you have any consistent logical opinions if you're holding that idea in your head at the same time? And this is someone who ostensibly drove to this place, lives a life, looks like he can speak clearly, yet holds a completely nonsensical idea in his head. Stomping on someone's head is not a criminal offense. Stomping on a police officer's head is not a criminal offense from this right-winger's perspective.
not because you know what?
Just
Okay,
I just don't
have you
understand.
seen the U.S. in the last 4 or 5 years?
Yes, I've
BLM
lived
protests.
there for a
Have you
while.
seen? Okay, I myself have been involved in these protests. I've seen egregious things
So
that
it's
you couldn't even
justified.
imagine.
So we have
being
no
done to
rules then?
conservatives. It's not about that. It's
it
about
about?
tribal warfare.
Okay.
That's where we're at in the U.S. I don't know where you're at in the U.K. You're from India, so I don't really.
I'm not from India.
Oh, sorry, your parents are from India, so
I'm an American
you have
citizen.
your own states.
I'm an American, you know.
You're an American citizen?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know how
Yes.
you got that, but fair enough. Here's the thing.
Are you an American citizen?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But here's the
Not
thing.
sure how you got that, but okay.
Born here.
Okay.
Born here, and my family lineage is settlers from the 1500s, so I have some stake in the
Okay.
claim here. Okay.
But you're
a little different.
But you're
than
a
yours.
descendant of immigrants, settlers,
I didn't know.
colonialists.
Yeah,
You don't
colonials.
look, you don't
yeah.
look very Native American to me.
I am Native American. Whites
not.
are Native Americans. What are you
Sorry,
talking about?
you're not.
What are you
Uh-oh, we're
talking
getting
about?
uncalm.
You're not.
Whites are Native Americans.
Really?
I think
What was
you're-
happening before the
I
1500s?
think you're getting confused with it.
I don't mind going off on a tangent, but what was happening before the 1500s?
Calm down. I think you're getting.
What was happening before the 1500s?
There was indigenous people here that came here from
Do you know
Asia.
what indigenous means?
Listen, before
Indigenous people
Let-
can't
you
come
let
from
me
somewhere
finish?
else.
Why do you ask a question if you're going to interrupt?
I'm not sure if you know what the meaning of indigenous means.
I do know what it means. It
Doesn't
means
sound
they
like it.
came here first, right? They came here from Asia by way of land bridge. Have an argument with Neil deGrasse Tyson or anybody else about that. I don't care.
Is he an
I
American?
genuinely don't care. Yes, he is.
Okay, just
so
checking.
My point is, okay?
Nothing to do with crime. So far, you've agreed with me that these people
Because
are
you're
criminals.
derailing, dude. I'm trying
You
to stay
literally
on track.
sat down and asked me
You're
where I'm
getting
from.
walked,
I think you
dude.
I
derailed this
think you got
conversation from the
offended by
get-go.
that, but I'm because
not
I'm always
offended. I'm just
curious,
wondering what it
because
has to do
I'm
with crime.
I thought we were supposed to be scared of him getting uncalm. It's just hilarious. I can't wait to see him more uncalm. People know. People know what happens when I get uncalm. Okay. They laugh at you. Everyone has a great time. You get red and sweaty. I guess that's a good reason to not get angry. Not what I think you thought you meant. But okay.
curious.
We're going to talk about
why-
immigration. Don't worry, later on. You can come back.
I hope so.
Right now, you're doing a very bad job of making the case that he's not pro-crime
I just
and
got a
pro-criminal.
round of applause. I could probably get another one, actually, if I
Yes,
asked
the
for it.
clapping
Wow.
seals.
So I don't think I'm
is this
doing
how
as
you
bad.
get rounds of applause? You sit in a room with 20 people who agree with you. Wow, amazing. Amazing. That
Well,
must
wait
make you
till
feel
this comes
good.
out. You know what?
Dude,
I'm actually,
Dude, they don't stand a chance. Is everyone else getting scared at this point? Like, okay, no one's getting a single line through. And even when they think they got a dub real quickly, I got a round of applause. Boom, it's stuffed out instantly.
People who
glad
agree
you're
with
getting
you
this
applauded you.
emotionally outraged right
Wow.
now. This is great.
I love it.
Do I have to say anything at this point, or are you just going
Please.
to keep going?
No, please,
Oh,
make,
okay.
make your claim.
Well, my claim is that I don't care if it's pro-crime. You want to go back to the topic of conversation?
That's fine. We agree then.
So,
He's pro-crime
But
and you
I have
don't
a
care.
question for you, though. Do you care on the opposite side of the spectrum?
Yes.
Do you care about law being administered
Yes.
to the opposite side of the
Yes.
spectrum?
I think
when they're
anyone
doing
who
the same?
assaults a police officer shouldn't be pardoned. I think that Donald Trump shouldn't have pardoned 9 Republican members of Congress who were convicted of crimes, and I don't think
Oh.
Joe
I don't
Biden
think
should commit.
you- I don't
I don't
think
think
you
Democrats should
understand-
pardon Democrats.
Fair, but I don't
We
think
both
you
agree.
understand where we are in the U.S. then.
I think I do.
No, because you're
I think I do
arguing
this for a
from a
living.
position of like a U.S. that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
We're headed towards
so
tribal-
nihilism, no laws, nothing matters.
It's not about
everyone's pro-crime.
It's not about that. It's that
That's
conservatives
convenient.
conservatives for too long have been playing it safe. They've been playing by the
Really?
law. They've been playing it
playing
by
by
the
the
book.
law?
Yes, they have.
Maybe
We're
you
so-
missed the Bush presidency.
conservatives
Did
are
you live
so
here during the Bush
concerned-
years?
Conservatives are
Didn't
so
play by the
concerned.
law, George W.
Let me
Bush, nor did
finish.
Ronald Reagan.
Let's be respectful to you. Let me finish.
I'm not sure you've been that respectful,
It-
but okay.
I'm trying to be
Oh
back. So let's-
my god, let's be respectful. After telling this guy he's not American, oh my god. I could say you're not an American citizen when you are because of the color of your skin, I guess, or because you immigrated here and a naturalized citizen.
both bring it back,
That's
okay?
good.
In contrast to the Constitution,
I'm conservative, okay?
Really?
Let me tell you this. We do play it too safe. We've been playing it by the book for too long.
Okay.
At this point, gloves are off, right? The left has made their point. They're willing
Are
to
the
do
police force in Washington the left? Why are they-
Yes.
why are they
Are you
assaulting?
kidding me? The left? Are
Oh,
you
wow.
are you insane?
Police officers.
Look at
Wow.
LA right here. You think those stand down
You think the LAPD are a bunch of liberal Marxists?
No, but I
Really?
think they listen to liberal Marxists who tell them what to do.
Oh, okay.
I think they listen to who signs their paychecks at the end
Can
of
I
the
just
day
check,
who are
because
liberal
you're doing lots
Marxists.
of little diversions. We both agree Donald Trump's pro-crime, you're just fine with it.
No,
Is that the
I
position?
don't
That's what you've
agree
said
with
so
your-
far
I
for
don't
about
agree with your
5 minutes.
I don't agree with your definition
What's
of
your
crime.
definition of crime?
It doesn't
Stomping
matter.
on a police officer's head
No,
is not
what-
a crime.
no,
That's your
what I'm
definition
saying-
of crime as the
He keeps getting
Native
me out of it.
American.
I am Native American.
If you say so.
So, going back to the topic at hand, we have different definitions of crime because you're
That's
talking about.
convenient. There's a
It's not
criminal
about-
code
it's
in
not
this
about
country.
what's
It's called the
convenient.
U.S. Criminal Code.
You know what? Let's focus
That's
on
what
what we
everyone
agree on.
focuses
I'm
on.
sure you and I actually agree on a lot
Do we
more than
agree
you
that
realize.
people shouldn't stomp on police officers' heads? Can we agree on that? If
I'm
you don't
not-
agree on that, then I really think this conversation is kind of
No,
pointless.
because first of all, you're saying what? That the police have the authority, that they're given the authority. I don't accept the authority that's been
it's a
given by
very
liberal
conservative
Marx.
position.
I
I thought the conservative are pro-police.
Then you
Or
don't
we
know what a
redefine-
real. Hey, listen,
So
you're
we
in a room
redefine
with
crime.
juggernauts right now.
We
Okay?
redefine
I'm telling you right now,
conservatives.
you are going to be blown
I
open
mean,
if you think
yeah,
that my
if we're gonna
position is
struggle with
hard
the
right,
English
you
language
have
for the
no
next couple
idea
hours, then yeah,
what
we'll
you're up
struggle.
against right now. Okay.
100%.
Yeah. Newsflash: the conservatives are liberal to me. Okay.
Oh my-
Neocons,
this is mean.
libertarians, all those mainstream people,
Medhi Hasan
they
is
might as well be
mean.
leftists to me. Okay. That's how far to the right I am. Do you understand my position? So when
I
you
kind
say
of guessed it when you.
I'm the most far right. I'm so far right. I'm far right plus 1,000. I'm far right plus infinity. Oh my god, this is.
when
Sat
you
down.
say, about obeying police, why
It's
would
set
I
up.
give the authority to police? Do you know
think-
here in America?
Do you think Donald Trump should be
in America?
pardoning 9 members of Congress
Do you
who
know
committed
who-
financial crimes?
Let
Are
me
you
see if
pro?
I can remember
Are you
his name
pro
right, because
financial
it's so-
crime?
Do you know
pro
Thomas-
financial crime?
Do you know
All
who
right,
Thomas
pause.
Timbo is?
Pause.
I think the people who clapped you have voted you out.
All right. Head back to your seat. You've been voted out by the
Conservatives.
majority.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. That was a lot of fun.
Hi
Hello,
there.
sir. How are you?
Hey, so
Race to
I'm
get
going to be
mods.
as respectful about this as possible, but the truth is your claim is completely bad faith. You do not care about being anti-crime. You yourself are pro-crime. Your side is pro-crime because you're a progressive.
How am I pro-crime?
So I'll give you an example, right? So
I talk
your
like this the
side,
entire
not
time.
Donald Trump, has passed a series of laws in California. Let's go with California. It's where we are right now. It's where I'm from. I don't know. Are you from California?
No.
Or okay. So in California, for example, the state legislature, completely progressive, just passed a law that limits sex offender registration to 10 years. It was life before. That's pro-crime. The legislature in California, which is progressives again, has passed a law that says the voter-induced three-strike law is no longer absolute. If someone murders someone, stabs someone on 3 separate occasions, a judge now does not have to give them life. That's a progressive law. That is pro-crime. You support that, don't you?
I actually don't support sex offenders coming off a list. I think they should be on for life.
Okay, so you disagree with progressives.
So hold on. You and I both agree that sex offending is a bad thing, especially child sex offending, right?
It seems like you and I agree on that.
I
The
agree on that.
legislature of California doesn't.
So I'm not here to debate the legislature of California. I'm here to debate
You're
Donald
progressive.
Trump being pro-crime.
But
And
you're
I'm
progressive.
saying that Donald Trump was friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. When Ghislaine Maxwell, who's the worst child sex trafficker of our lifetime, she's serving over
No,
20
you
years.
said-
Do you know
wait.
Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah, she's actually not. Jeffrey Epstein's the worst sex trafficker.
He's dead. I'm talking about people who are alive right now.
It's interesting though you didn't use his name,
Well,
right? Wouldn't he
no,
be
I-
the one who did this?
Oh, great. I'm glad you brought up
Okay.
Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein, before he died, did an interview with Michael Wolff. He's on tape. I don't know if you heard the tape. He says, my closest friend was Donald Trump. I was his closest friend. Elon Musk, I'm not sure if you've heard of him. He tweeted recently that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files. And Ghislaine Maxwell, who was the right-hand woman of Jeffrey Epstein, when she was on trial for child sex offending, which you and I are opposed to,
What is he
Donald
nodding
Trump
to?
stood up and said, good luck to her. I wish her well. So yeah, that makes him pro-crime and pro-criminal if he's being soft on child sex
Well, you
traffickers
just said they
like
were his
Epstein.
friends. He's
No,
clearly
I'm saying he was
something-
friends. He was friends with Epstein. You haven't seen the videos? They danced together, partied together.
It's
Epstein
a guy,
said I was
it's
his
a guy he
closest
knows.
friend.
He's not supported the pedophilia part. The only people supporting
Actually, that's
pedophilia
not
are the
true.
left.
Trump gave a speech about 20 years ago where he said Epstein's a great guy. He loves young women. A lot of them are very young. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, laugh, laugh. So yeah, I think he's pro-crime and pro-criminal.
So you
and I
think
think
he's
he's
pro-crime
soft
for
on
having a
sex
friend who's
offenders.
do you have any friends who are criminals?
Not that I know of. Certainly not child sex offenders. No. Do you?
If it came, no, of course not.
Okay, so we're both in agreement again.
If
So
it
why are you
came out
defending
tomorrow
Donald
that
Trump?
if it came out tomorrow that one of your friends
This is mean. Medhi Hasan is mean. He's just bullying these people. And they're coming up and they're like, people who are coming up are like quick and like, for lack of a better word, they're like well spoken, like they're making their points. And someone who's maybe not quite as knowledgeable and having the recall that Medhi Hasan has might struggle a little more. I still feel like anyone could really I know the majority of what he's saying already, but just to be able to like be so succinct and so quick, and he's interrupting, but it's like they're kind of going back and forth, so it's not coming off as like super crazy interrupting. It's just a beautiful thing. And I remember seeing clips in the past of Medhi Hasan and like not being super impressed for whatever reason. I can't remember what they were. I just remember like watching him. Maybe he was talking against other Democrats or liberals, and I remember being like, "Oh, like, he's being unfair or something." So, I mean, mainstream media can't agree with all of it. You're gonna have reservations there, I guess, and maybe I have that bias. But this right here is a beautiful thing. This is beautiful and hilarious.
was a child sex
You know
trafficker,
what I'd do?
you'd stop being friends with them.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I
but-
wouldn't say.
And then I'd go on TV and I would say, "Oh, look, Mr. Hassan was friends with this guy 10 years ago. Therefore, he's
What if
pro-child
Mr.
sex
Hassan
trafficking."
said, I wish them well when they're on trial? Wouldn't you ever go at me for
You
that?
wished your
Wouldn't
friend
you
well
ma-
on trial?
Yeah, child sex trafficker. Would you be mad?
I wouldn't.
You wish your friend well on trial? So it's just bad faith. He's just being bad faith at that point. Who are we talking about?
wish someone well, but that's
Donald
your
Trump
gotcha.
did.
That's your gotcha.
It's
Wish
a pretty big
someone
gotcha.
You wish
well.
your friend
Pretty
well.
big gotcha.
Okay,
He
but
praised
see,
the
what you're
the
really
woman
trying
for
to do
child
right now is you're
What
trying to
about
get
the
back
fact
to
that
Donald Trump
what
on
about
a
the fact
personal
that
level.
Elon
Let's
Musk
talk
says his
policy.
name is
What's his policy?
Oh, you want to talk policies?
Yes.
So when he left office in 2020, he left behind the highest murder rate for over 100 years.
He left
Between
behind the highest murder.
Yes.
That is the most bad faith claim you
No,
could
no,
possibly make.
it's a fact from the
No,
CDC
and you
data.
know what? Here's why it's bad faith.
Can I finish a sentence and then you can come back in?
You're just lying to people. Donald
I'm
Trump.
lying? Can I finish the sentence?
Donald Trump does not cause the
Can
murder
I-
rates.
can I-
Murder is a state
Oh,
level
that's
crime.
hilarious.
Gavin
Conservatives
Newsom is
spent-
more responsible for the murder rate than Donald Trump
Can I-
is.
That's hilarious. So Donald Trump's not responsible for murder rate, but other politicians who are Democrats
Yes,
are.
because it's
Everyone
a state
can see
level
your
law.
partisan
That's
shit.
like saying no. I'll say Republicans are too.
Let's-
State governors who are soft on crime are the ones that are
Let me
responsible
finish
for
the
murder
sentence.
rates.
When Donald Trump left office in 2020, between 2019 and 2020, according to data from the CDC, from the FBI, from Pew Research, the 30% increase in the murder rate between 2019 and 2020. It was the single biggest jump in the murder rate since 1905.
And who's doing
so he's
who's
pro-crime
doing the murdering?
and
Aren't they
pro-criminal.
responsible? Who's doing the murdering?
This is an aside, but the waving of the flags is so unnatural that and I know there's a lot of direction given for these videos, so that just there's like someone on the side, like wave it, wave the twirl it. It just seems like you just hold it up.
Murderers.
So aren't they responsible
But
for
why
the
did it
murder
go
rate?
up on his watch?
What?
Why did it go up on his watch?
Gee,
He's
that's
very
a real
bad.
hard. That's
He's
a real
very bad
hard.
at fighting crime
That's a
for
real hard one to
Republicans.
figure out, right? We shut down the whole economy during COVID. We told everyone they couldn't go out unless it was to violently protest. We told people that if a cop tries to arrest you, that cop's probably going to get charged with murder.
No, I think the pandemic had a lot to do with it. But
Right,
the
so
pandemic
did he
didn't
cause
finish
that?
in 2020.
What?
The pandemic didn't finish in
No, but
2020.
you
and yet
asked
you
why
all,
the murder rate
and
went
yet
up.
if we're
The
going to
murder
play the
rate
what
went up
about game,
because of
you
all
guys
these
blame Joe
factors.
Biden for crime for years.
What Joe
For
Biden
years.
actively induces policies that are pro-crime. I'm asking
So
you
does
for a
Donald
single-
Trump. Okay.
Name the policy
I'll
that's
name one right
pro-crime.
now. I'll
Please.
name one
I've
right
asked
now.
you for like 10 minutes.
I'll name
Please
one right
do
now.
that.
No, you haven't actually. You talked
What,
about
some of-
California legislatures. He pardoned violent criminals
That's
who
not-
then went
that's
on
not a policy.
to commit
Did he
other crimes. You don't think releasing violent crimes into
A
the
pardon is
community?
a one-time thing. What's his policy
Do you know-
he has pushed? Name a law he
Hold
has
on, no,
signed.
a pardon
What
is a
law has he
one-time
signed?
thing. Is a policy is not one-time
That's
thing.
like Jimmy Carter pardoned the
You
draft. No,
guys
listen.
may want to dodge January 6th, the pardons.
I'm not dodging that.
Then
Jimmy
deal with
Carter.
it. Did you
okay,
agree with
I'm
them?
gonna right now.
Do you agree with
Jimmy
them?
Carter
Do you
pardoned
agree with
draft
the pardons?
dodgers. Does that mean his
I don't,
policy was
I don't
no one
support
has to...
Jimmy Carter. Do you
Okay.
support the pardoning of people who went on to be prosecuted for sexually abusing a 7-year-old child, illegal gun possession, reckless homicide?
Now, see,
These are people
there's
who
more bad
released.
faith. See,
These are
there's more
people who
bad
released
faith.
from
He
prison.
didn't pardon someone for sexually abusing a
No, but
child.
they went
He
on to be
pardoned
convicted
someone
of it.
for
So
rebelling
that's
against the government that they believed
No,
had
they-
rigged elections. That's what he pardoned them for. He didn't pardon them for sexual child abuse.
But they were criminals who committed those crimes. He let them out, so that means
Now,
the crime rate goes up.
So you say they're criminals because they did the crime, right?
Yeah.
Would you extend that to illegal immigrants, that they're all criminals because they committed a crime? I have a feeling your
the
position
Supreme Court. We're going to talk about immigration.
Someone who's illegally entered the United States, not a criminal, but somebody
not
who
according to the
illegally
Supreme
entered the
Court.
Capitol
Not
is.
according to the Supreme Court of the United States.
The Supreme Court has said that anyone who enters the United States
The
illegally
Supreme
is not a
Court,
criminal.
and we can
What's the case
jump
site?
to
Can I get
future
the case
claims.
site? Can I get the
We
case
can
site?
jump to 20.
Can I-
You want to get the case?
The case site, please.
You
You
want-
said the Supreme Court
The
said,
citation of the case.
yes, that entering
It's
the United
called-
States illegally is not a crime.
It's called Arizona versus United States 2012. Go look it up.
Pause. Pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please
Oh,
return
he
to
had the
your seat.
receipts. That's crazy that he has. That's what I'm saying. He has that recall.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you guys, sir?
Nice to meet you, Medhi.
He did his
Thanks for
homework for
coming.
this.
Appreciate you. I really just more.
I think he was expecting like the best of the best, and he like prepared for it, and then just got the worst of the worst instead. And now we're seeing that play out. That's a very lopsided. This is
want to get an understanding. When you say
Unfair.
pro-criminal, what do you mean?
I mean that when confronted with people who've committed criminal acts, Donald Trump has been either soft on them, friendly with them, pardoned them, and of course, let's not forget, I mean, we've got 5 minutes left, I'm surprised it hasn't come up earlier. He's a convicted criminal himself sitting in the White House.
Okay, I want to
34
make sure I
felony
understand you correctly because
Yes.
I don't want to strawman you.
No,
You're saying
I appreciate that.
every time that he's been confronted,
Not every time. I didn't
most
say the
times,
words every time.
most times,
A lot of the time.
a lot of the times,
Yes.
he's leaned towards criminal activity.
I didn't say criminal activity. He has committed crimes.
Endorsed criminal.
He's been indicted for
Correct.
88 different criminal offenses in 4 different jurisdictions by 5 different grand juries. He was convicted himself on 34 different criminal offenses by a jury of his peers. But let's park that for a moment.
Okay.
Separate to his own crimes, when
Right.
confronted with the crimes of others, or the alleged crimes of others, for example, a Chinese crypto billionaire
Right,
called
right.
Justin Sun, who was being investigated for market manipulation, Trump dropped the case, invited him to the golf course,
Right, I get
invited
it.
him
So
to the White House,
plenty of
and
examples,
the guy
plenty of
invested
examples.
$70 million in Trump's
Okay,
cryptocurrency.
so what I want to ask you
That's
is,
for a
okay,
crime
please
in my
so
view.
stop.
is it possible, because remember, the burden of proof's on you, right? You have to prove, is it possible
He
that
just
all
did.
these things that he's done that supposedly make him pro-crime,
Yeah.
is there's another reason for the doing it? There's other justification.
is a. But what if? Nuh-uh. You ever consider that? What if nuh-uh? Is that really? Is he gonna flesh this out more, or is it just gonna be? What if he wasn't? Because what if he wasn't? Okay, if he wasn't, then yeah, that's a lot of. That's hundreds of mistakes.
For example,
no,
let me give an example,
yeah,
and then you can
please.
rebut it. The J6.
Yes.
Is it possible that he could have done this
Yes.
to unite the country, to move past, to go to a new chapter? If it's even possible, I think you would have to admit that there's another possibility. Therefore, he's not pro-crime, at least in possibility.
So let me agree and disagree.
Yep. Okay.
So I agree with you that the intent could be different. I don't think Donald Trump was sitting there saying, how can I increase the level of murders? Let me release some murderers.
Right.
I'm not saying he did that on January 6th. I don't think he was trying to unite the country. That's where we disagree. That's bullshit. In fact, he divided the country further. But intent doesn't really matter to my claim. If he's releasing violent criminals,
Wait.
it doesn't
Intent
matter.
doesn't matter?
No, he's pro-crime and pro-criminal.
Well, no, but that's a big indictment to say pro-crime. That means
If I'm
he's
confronted,
for crime.
I'm confronted. Well, he is, because, for example, I gave an
No.
example.
It could
Can I
be
finish?
possible.
I didn't
Okay, sorry,
interrupt you.
forgive me.
Your friend earlier, your ally, said, where has he done stuff that's increased the crime rate? I'm telling you, people have been pardoned who have been convicted on multiple other crimes. These people who we pardoned had previous criminal records. They were not just some folks chilling around and go, we're against the takeover of our country, we're opposed to rebellion. A lot of these people were already hardened criminals, militia members. He looked at those people and said, you know what? They've been convicted, in many cases, by Republican judges, but I'm going to let them out. Yeah, that makes
can I
you
ask you a question?
pro-criminal.
Is it possible?
Very
Okay,
much so.
all I'm trying to-
And if Joe Biden had done it, you'd be attacking him.
Sure. Is it possible that their conviction was part of a plea? It's like, oh shit, I can't get out of this, so I got to take a plea deal.
Some of them, maybe.
A lot of them, maybe?
Others we saw with our own lying eyes on tape, battering police officers.
So I want to eventually.
Did you watch live on January 6th? What happened?
To be completely honest, I'm pretty novice on this.
Okay.
I'm more trying to target.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
saying
I
he's
didn't see that
pro-crime
one.
in
Missed
my
that
head.
one.
I'm
just
saying-
thinking this logically. Let me finish. If I can finish for 1 second.
These
If thinking
people
this
conveniently missed
there's
all
a
of the video.
possibility
None
that
of
he
them
might.
have seen the video of the Proud Boys breaking into the Capitol. The line is always that they were let in. The first guy said they were let in. As many testimonies have seen. We're going to go by the testimony, we're going to go by the video of them breaking in. And maybe continue with common sense that maybe there was some kind of crowd control happening.
Might have had other reasons. For example, unifying the country.
Yep.
Next chapter, right? That could be the reason. Therefore, it's not pro-crime. There was other reasons. I'm just saying that's a possibility. And if that's
And I'm saying it's a
But what if
possibility,
not?
but I'm saying it's irrelevant, because if you're knowingly releasing violent criminals out into the community, pardoning, not just releasing, then yes, you are being pro-criminal. And I've interviewed police officers.
I don't know about that
I've
case, but
interviewed police officers
Don't know about
who
it.
have been assaulted,
Huh? What?
beaten,
What
had to
happened? Who?
retire from the police office, broken bones.
Can I move really
Let me
quick
say this out.
yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
finish very quickly. I've interviewed these police officers. They've been beaten by people who they've then seen walk off the streets and then carry on threatening them. Yes, when Donald Trump is responsible for that, you're definitely pro-crime.
Okay, I doubt a
All
lot
right,
of the sources,
pause.
but
You doubt
Pause.
police officers who testified to being assaulted?
You've
Wow.
been voted out by the majority. Please return
Nice
to your
to meet you.
seat.
Thanks.
The Hulk wants to get back in there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are
Nice
you?
to meet you, Medhi.
So you claim that your main claim is that Trump pardoned some people from January 6th. By the way, I was there. I saw it all firsthand. About a football field away. There's smoke in my eyes. Bloodied. It was a crazy day.
Were you convicted of any crimes?
No, of course not, because I didn't enter the building. Stay very peaceful. But your entire
Very
claim is that he
peaceful
pardoned.
and
and
Your-
bloody.
That's basically you keep
No,
bringing
I
it up.
mentioned-
All
I
you
can-
do is
you
bring it
want-
up.
Okay, I'll mention
well,
some other
let
people.
me say this.
Are
Let
you
me say
okay with
this.
this pardon?
Did your friends beat you up for failing to enter the building? Why were you bloodied?
Of Paul Walchak, who
Let
stole
me
money
bring
from
this
his
up.
employees.
You keep talking
or
about
9 former
partying.
members of Congress. That's,
You
that's
keep
my
talking
claim.
about partying.
He keeps pardoning criminals. That makes him.
You know who else
pro-criminal.
pardoned a big criminal?
Go on.
Hunter Biden was pardoned by his
Yeah,
father.
I don't think
He
he should've
did
done
crack
that.
cocaine,
He should've done
and
that.
he had hookers there too.
I'm with you all. I'm with you all.
But then why don't you claim
go
that
check my
Biden? Why
Twitter.
don't you claim that
I
Biden
think Joe
is
Biden in that
pro-crime?
instance was pro-crime. He shouldn't have done it.
Well,
he
so
shouldn't
he
have
was
done it.
overall pro-crime
He shouldn't have
just
done
because
it.
he did that
No,
one.
but Joe Biden didn't just. So if it was just a pardon,
Okay.
then you'd be fine.
All
But
right.
I already mentioned there's also the fact that Joe Biden wasn't actually a convicted criminal in office. Trump has committed crimes. Trump hangs around with criminals. He spent much of the 80s hanging around with the New York mob. He hung around with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, that whole that's
I can keep going.
Jeffrey
Well,
Epstein
let's
lived
talk
in
about that.
West Palm Beach, the area, and that's the closest golf course you can go to.
Do you think?
And he's very
do you think
good.
Donald Trump
happening
is in the
close
Epstein
by?
files? Do you think
As
Donald Trump is in the
as
Epstein
soon as
files?
Trump found out,
Do you think
that
Donald Trump is in
Epstein-
the Epstein files?
No, I do not. And here,
What, is Elon Musk
let
lying?
me explain.
Well,
let me
we
explain
know
this.
now that he
He
is.
lived in the area in Mar-a-Lago, near Mar-a-Lago, so he bought obviously
That came
ticket
out
to go
today.
in there.
Yep.
As soon as Trump found
DOJ
out that
said
Epstein
he
had
was.
done all those bad things, immediate ban
That's
from
not true,
Mar-a-Lago.
but okay.
Immediate ban
That's
from
not true.
Mar-a-Lago. Yes, it is.
That's not
yes,
true.
it is. 100%.
In fact, Ghislaine Maxwell recruited some of the girls that were abused from Mar-a-Lago.
So listen to this.
From Mar-a-Lago. That's pretty outrageous, right?
Elon Musk tweeted that out in a fit of rage. Okay. Do you really?
Sometimes
do
people
you
tell
really
the truth
think,
when they're angry.
Do you really
the
think?
truth comes out when people are angry sometimes.
So Cash
we
Patel,
might see that today.
Cash Patel literally said that Musk had no access to the Epstein files. So
Cash Patel said that Epstein killed himself. Do you agree with that?
Whatever he says goes. Then yeah, I don't care.
You do?
He knows more
Whatever
information.
A
Than
lot
I
of
do.
MAGA
says
people
go.
upset
He
with
knows more
Kash Patel
information
for
than I
saying
do.
that.
But here's the actual claim.
Suddenly
is-
people are trying to vote you out because you said you agree with Kash Patel on Epstein.
he knows more
All
information
right,
than I do.
Pause. That's time. Please return to your seat.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
I love how he tries to turn them on each other. But they're voting you out. I
Surrounded
see
is
a lot of
now
red
a
flags.
podcast available.
All right. Gotta call it here.